Hello, it is Kim. It is, if I can read my computer, we'll see if I can. It's a little bit bright here, so I can see my reflection more than I can anything else. August 27th. So this is for the week of August 27th and through. And if you find this later, it probably really is timeless. It means it's meant to see you or find you or whatever people say. I tend to break language a lot. Mm, I'm sorry to everyone that likes their idioms. I'm sorry. But I'm a poet. I don't do idioms. Okay. With that said, I'm in the parking lot in front of my Chinese food restaurant. And that's pretty much because I was hanging out with a friend and then I decided, oh, maybe I need to do a tarot reading, right? I'm supposed to be. But I have a book club right after this, and I was not being stuck in my office. It is on a way of a messy office on the way to becoming a clean office. That may be later in the week. Or before I teach, right? Yeah, sure, why not? All right, well, clearly it's upside down. But today, we're using the Dungeons and Dragons tarot deck. Now, a friend and she's gonna wind up getting the deck. I am not like a huge Dungeons and Dragons fan, but it is really cool artwork. Okay, it is. But they don't say what's cups. They don't say what wands are. They don't say pretty much anything. So, but you're also supposed to be able to pull a card and have it be part of your campaign. For those of you that are D&Ders, okay, D&Ders, I want you to like if you need to like use these cards or write them down or rewatch this, oh please do. Please do use these. I'm going to read those. I'm not going to read it just as, any old reading. I mean, like why? I have the power of the guidebook, okay? The whole guidebook. That's right. It doesn't say a lot, but it says enough. It says enough. My basic question was not just what is going on this week, but it's sort of like what's next. Okay, so this might be a little bit more drawn out. A lot of times I get like sort of like the this is all coming sort of messages. So this is probably going to be it's a little sequential. I've already drawn them because there's no way that this hot mess was going to be able to. I don't know the system. Um, I just don't. I don't think anyone will know the system unless you went card by card. So I might as well just tell you. What does it have? It has the major arcana, pretty much the same. It does not have them numbered. The minor arcana, they say we map the traditional suits of the minor arcana, wands, swords, cups, and pentacles to abilities of the D&D game. But like what they didn't tell you is like actually what Dungeons and Dragons really was, which so strength signifies the physical ability and change your environment, but also your passion, creativity, inner resolve, and heart. These cards show seekers that need to take action and focus on their inner strength to bring about change in the world. So I assume that is probably swords, although wands, like in the sentence, comes first, but who knows, right? Intelligence represents the power of intellect can shape our world. These cards show seekers how they can use their thoughts to shape their attitude and their reality. Rarely do we see the world as it is with our mind, creating a story around it. So I get wand vibes maybe because like I said, looking at the cards, it's very difficult to tell. Even cups, you're like, "Mm." um, wisdom represents not only your external perception, but also your capacity to look into your internal world and see all the subtleties within yourself. These cards tell seekers to turn within and listen to nonverbal language of the heart and the body in order to gain access to the wisdom of light intuition. And that really sounds like cups. But I was like, but what about charisma? It notes a person's confidence, eloquence, and their ability to influence the material world with their energy. These cards show seekers that flowering of their inner beauty and power taking place as they have an opportunity to grow their self-esteem and expand the capacity for fun and joy. Now, I'm wondering if that ain't cups or pentacles or whatever you want to call it. So we're gonna go with them. We're gonna roll our dice. How about that? Um, they don't have reverse. Okay. I've already drawn our cards. I'm not taking reversals. There's no reversals. We don't have to worry about it. Okay. Like they do have like the D&D spread. I didn't do it. Sorry, man. If you want to geek out, get your own. I know. I'm rough. But I do have two cards that will come at the end that I super like was like, okay, so what's next, guys? Okay. So if you have a yes/no question, yes/no questions at the end, my friends, at the end. Now I have to like search my little book for, I have the end actually came first, so it's funny. We drew court cards. All right. Be helpful. Help you. All right. Our first card is an eight. It's an eight of wisdom. Okay. And you should see the back. Look at that. Oh, that's in Dragonsy. Yeah, that's right. I could do Buffy last week. I could do my Dungeons and Dragons for my crew. All right. Like I said, it says that it doesn't really tell you what's suit, right? So let's just go with it. Wisdom. All right. Finding a way out of a past pain, having faith that something better is waiting for you. So my question is, of course, was what comes after? After is a question of anything after this week, after today, after you watched it, whatever. All right, that's up to you. What comes next? Well, first, I guess you have to find your way past pain by having faith that something is better waiting for you. Okay. Now, for the D&D campaign, all right, if you're playing one right now, put it down because this is your next move. Or just take tally. Graves of a cemetery appear to be robbed, but some say it was the dead that dug their way out. I guess you roll for charisma. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I guess you roll for wisdom. I don't know. Anyway, that's what it says. I don't play D&D. I was never allowed to. I only watched. Going in the order that I got these, but it's back and forth, back and forth. Uh, Justice was on third. I know, guys. I'm like paging through. I want to get it right, though. Mm. All right, I got it. I was like, I know there's one here. It's at the okay. So this is the seven, and it's of charisma. So you can see like all of that energy going. It's kind of amazing. It's into a tree. So if you have like anything that's really important to you, like in terms of tree symbology, think about it. The power of allowing your plans to develop and unfold without urgency or restlessness. So we have to have the hope, past pain continue, and then also patience, pretty much, that our dreams will come true, is sort of how it goes. Having that like not restlessness is really hard for me. So I mean, like, I guess just being able to be comfortable with it, or maybe distracting ourselves, having some fun. We're ushering in autumn really soon, so maybe just having some fun would be a great way of like, if not distracting, inspiring. All right, D&D guys, get ready. The town mayor is rumored to be possessed by an evil spirit. The mayor is secretly preparing to sacrifice the entire town. You're welcome. Don't you love these? Maybe you do. You'll have to tell me. Tell me if you're like D&D is the best ever. I don't mean like the card game. I mean, like everybody likes D&D. All like my friends like only play by certain. I don't think it was 1998. There's some rules that I'm like, okay, all right. This is the Ace of Charisma, a new opportunity and a time of manifestation and abundance. Okay, so we had that faith, right? We got past pain, or at least are, holding it to us, and we're going through it and sort of, like, I read that you make space for pain. You don't get over it. And I'm like, yeah, it's kind of like you do. All right, so I'm going to read it again. A new opportunity and a time of manifestation and abundance. And the D&D, a mysterious order of assassins begin to hunt down a member of the party. Okay. And then we have the Three of Wisdom. This gets me with a very much, I know like everyone's like, I don't know. They're obviously not crones, but for whatever reason, I do get like a triple goddess sort of feel, maybe a little bit of moon energy, even though it's not there, I feel it. So, and it's taking time to celebrate the simple joy of aliveness with your friends, which is sometimes exactly what we need so that we get to our other goals, or so that we, forget about our goals for a while and just live instead of always having a list, which is what I do. Today I decided to live and go have coffee with a friend. I never do it. I was going to do my work instead, and I was like, So maybe that's what we need to do is give ourselves permission. We'll catch up with our work. Don't worry. Or it'll catch up to us, whatever. It'll work. Maybe we just need to live. Take in like the world. Take in that coffee cup. Talk to each other in person sometimes. I can't say always in person because I'm a bad example. You are invited by the mayor of a nearby town to take part in their festival of monsters. Clearly, you can tell the Renaissance Festival has already started because, well, other than that, it's filling up my feed and I want to be there. Um, but like you see like people in costumes like monsters, and that's why I'm like, yes. All right. This is not quite the yes no cards yet. Okay. This is justice. Your capacity to create a new reality through shattering old limiting beliefs. I don't like how these are actually distilled into like one sentence and that they actually stay true to the card. So I'm like, I'm okay with this. Your capacity to create a new reality through shattering old limiting beliefs. Because everything that came before, this is what it works too. This is both a method and also can become after. And yeah, it just feels like, yes, this is what we're doing. This is what we've been doing, is shattering these beliefs. Mm, yes. Okay. So perhaps all that work and self-care and have been part of like what's coming and why it's coming. And yeah. All right. So the two that we have are the beginning and at the end. So they came together. So I took them together. So you have the lovers. Let me get it. Have the lovers. And then you have six of strength, if I face it correctly. Okay. And what's interesting is that there are many variations. Two probably gentlemen there and two women. If you count one that looks like maybe like a demigod, or you guys probably actually know like the real Dungeons and Dragons sort of term. Now the lovers, this is your just know Now you have to decide truly if it's yes now. Whatever it is with these cards, I believe it is a yes. I believe this is what is coming next. However you want to think of it. Okay? The Lovers, finding harmony and relating with yourself and others while honoring your values. Yes, absolutely. And if you have a love yes, no, I would take it as a yes. A mysterious person presents you with a tempting offer. It's a Dungeons and Dragons version, but that it could also be your what's coming next. I thought that was interesting. All right, let's switch the book. There's no way of like unless you do it like really intuitively, there is no way of just like like reading these cards as like they're intended. And me, I'm probably like botching it with like all the symbolism and that D&D would bring with it. All right, 6. Enjoy the success, but don't get attached to it. What's your definition of success? Oh my God, success. Riding the highs and lows. So surviving and surviving fairly happy. Now, I've been told that happiness is not actually a state of being, and thank you, BB. Thank you. It's not actually a state of being, okay? It's not like a mood that stays with us, happiness. We can't always be happy. I would ask my therapist, well, specifically my psychiatrist, I want to be happy. Why can't I be happy? I want to be happy. He's like, well, actually, our life has moments of joy, you know, and sometimes there's pain, but sometimes it's just Well, that's not what I wanted to hear, but I understand more now. So let's read it again. Enjoy the success, but don't get attached to it. What's your definition of success? Riding the highs and lows. Also, keep in mind, my question to the world is always what is success and what is home. And the Lovers and this card talking about success, which I can't even say, sort of kind of like what's next for Kim? What's next for us? Sort of says success, depending on what you want to call it. So that would be a yes for any other type of question. And with the Lovers, that would be success. A yes. All right, the D&D. Party is asked to have a young person accompany the group on their next adventure as a coming of age ceremony. All right. So even that, no matter how old they are, okay? I don't care how old you are if you're watching this. You're watching it. I don't care how old I am. It's loading my whiteboard. I don't even know what it's doing. Let's not load my whiteboard, guys. Let's just not. So basically, we're being asked to have faith, right? Yeah, absolutely, have faith. But there's some action for us. We have to do some self-healing, go past whatever pains we have. We all carry our own, and we all get more as we get older and we get wiser. And I don't necessarily know if I like that, but I'm noticing that. And I'm like, okay. With that pain, there's also oh, well, that person's just being a whiner. And I'm like, man, am I just getting like old and crotchety? Or am I getting wise enough to protect my heart? Because I'm a Pisces, like, oh my God, poet Pisces. Like, my heart is always out there and continuously is being crushed. And I'm like, wow, this is like learning self protection so that I can have success. Hmm. Okay. Well, if you like D&D, this is a really awesome tarot deck. The the images are great. Like the illustrations are beautiful. Gonna kill someone, whoever is text. The gentleman that I have a situationship just beeps. That's smushy. He also woke me up at 3 a.m. I was going to send this to him, this reading, and maybe now I'm not going to link it. His Dungeon Dragon, he's the reason I got it. He and my friend, who will get this, and he'll be laughing at the I was messaged during this. By the way, he was my question. Yes, no, the card said yes. I just got beeped. Hello, world. I hope you have as the best week that you can have. Some of us are going through various struggles. If you ever need to talk, please talk to me. Please post, please PM, do whatever you need to do. I might not answer you right away on Tuesdays. I am a hot mess, and I also don't get reception in the archaeology lab. But take care, okay? And you can leave anything you need below. Be well. Join Terra Nova CM for those of us who are just on YouTube. But those of you that are on YouTube watching, thank you so much. I love you all. All right, take care. All right, bye.